Good morning, children. Today we are going to discuss about another topic, that is excretory system. Observe very carefully. Excretory system. Excretory system of cockroach. Excretory system of cockroach. Okay, children, listen very carefully. Excretory system of cockroach we are discussing. First, the Malpighian tubules. Malpighian tubules. Malpighian tubules are the main excretory organs. Malpighian tubules are the main excretory organs of cockroach which help in eliminating the nitrogenous waste. Okay, from the body from the body in the form of uric acid. Cockroach excrete uric acid. Cockroach excrete uric acid. So it is uricotelic. Which one? Uricotelic. Next, in addition, fat body, nephrocytes, cuticle, and uricose. What is called? Uricose glands are also excretory in function. Observe very carefully, children. Excretory in function. So you should have to listen very carefully what we are going to discuss. Please observe very carefully. The Malpighian tubules are thin. Next, long filamentous. The Malpighian tubules are thin, long filamentous, yellow colored structures. Okay, children, yellow colored structures. Next, attached at the junction of midgut, and hindgut. Okay, and hindgut, at the junction of midgut and hindgut. These are about what is called 100 to 150, 100 to 150 in number, 100 to 150 in number. Next, and are present in, and are present in, what you call, and are present in, what you call, and are present in 6 to 9 bundles. 6 to 9 bundles. Next, each tubule is lined. Each tubule is lined with, each tubule is lined by, okay, lined by what you called glandular, lined by glandular and ciliated cells, and the waste is excreted, and waste is excreted out through the hindgut, This is important. Next, the glandular cells, the glandular cells of the Malpighian, the glandular cells of the Malpighian tubules, the glandular cells of the Malpighian tubules absorb water, salts, and nitrogenous, okay, nitrogenous wastes from the hemolymph, This is important. From the hemolymph, okay, and transfer them into, the lumen of tubules, into the lumen of the tubules, the cells of the tubules, very important, the cells of the tubules, okay, reabsorb, the cells of the tubules reabsorb water and certain inorganic salts, by the contraction of the tubules, okay, by the contraction of the tubules, nitrogenous wastes by the contraction of the tubules, nitrogenous waste is pushed, okay, nitrogenous waste is pushed into the ileum, where more water is reabsorbed. Please observe very carefully. Reabsorbed it moves into, it moves, okay, it moves into the rectum, into the rectum, it moves into the rectum, okay, and almost, and almost solid, and almost solid uric acid, it's almost solid uric acid, what you called, is excreted, is excreted along with, along with the solid uric acid is excreted along with the fecal matter, fecal matter, what you call fecal matter. Okay children, observe very carefully. We are going to discuss about the excretory system of the cockroach. Malphigian tubules. What I am telling? The Malphigian tubules. What you call? The Malphigian tubules are the main excretory organs of cockroach, which help in eliminating the nitrogenous waste from the body in the form of uric acid. Okay, uric acid. So cockroach excrete uric acid. So it is called, what is called, uricotelic. In addition, the fat body, number 1 fat body, nephrocyte, number 2 cuticle, number 3 fat bodies, nephrocytes, cuticle, and what you called uricose. What you called uricose. Once again, fat body, nephrocytes, cuticle, and uricose glands. Uricose glands are also excretory in function. Fat body, nephrocyte, cuticle, and uricose glands also excretory in function. The Malphigian tubules are thin, long, filamentous. The Malphigian tubules are thin, long, filamentous, yellow-colored structures. Yellow-colored structures attached at the junction of midgut and hindgut. Attached at the junction of the midgut and hindgut. These are about 100 to 150 in number and are present in 6 to 9 bundles. And present in 6 to 9 bundles. Each tubule is lined by glandular ciliated cells and the waste is excreted out through the hindgut. Each what you call tubule is lined by glandular ciliated cells and the waste is excreted out through hindgut. What I am saying, observe carefully. So yellow colored structures attached to the junction of midgut and hindgut. These are about 100 to 150 in number and are present in 6 to 9 bundles. Which one? Malphigian tubules. Each tubule is lined by glandular ciliated cells and the waste is excreted out through the hindgut. The glandular cells of the Malphigian tubules absorbs water, salts, nitrogenous waste from the hemolymph and transfer them into lumen of the tubules. Lumen of the tubules. The cells of the tubules reabsorb the water and certain inorganic salts by the contraction of the tubules. The nitrogenous waste is pushed into the ileum where more water is reabsorbed. It moves into the rectum and almost solid uric acid is excreted along with the fecal matter. Okay children, the cockroach Malphigian tubules are the main excretory organs of cockroach which help in eliminating the nitrogenous waste from the body in the form of uric acid. Cockroach excrete uric acid, so it is uricotelic. In addition, the fat body, nephrocytes, cuticle and uricose glands are also excretory in function. The Malphigian tubules are thin, long filaments, yellow colored structures attached at the junction of midgut and hindgut. These are about 100 to 150 in number and are present in the 6 to 9 bundles. Each tubule is lined with by glandular ciliated cells. The waste is excreted out through the hindgut. The glandular cells of the malfusion tubules absorbs the water. Which one? Glandular cells are there or not? The glandular cells. They will absorb the water, salts, nitrogenous waste from the hemolymph and transfer them to lumen of the tubules. The cells of the tubules reabsorb water and certain inorganic cells by the contraction of the tubules. The nitrogenous waste, contraction of the tubules, the nitrogenous waste is pushed into the ileum where more water is reabsorbed. It moves into the rectum and almost solid uric is excreted. Solid uric acid excreted along with the which one? Fecal matter. This is the important. So that is about the excretory system of the cockroach. That is about excretory system of the cockroach. Okay, children. Now we are going to discuss about reproductive system of the cockroach. What we are going to discuss next concept is reproductive system of the cockroach. Reproductive system of the cockroach. Yes, listen carefully. The reproductive system of the cockroach. Reproductive. Okay, reproductive system of cockroach. Reproductive system of cockroach we are discussing. Right? The cockroach is dioecious cockroach is dioecious or unisexual. The cockroach is dioecious, unisexual. They have well developed reproductive organs. Well developed reproductive what is called organs. Next, the male reproductive. Okay, the male reproductive system consists of what? The male reproductive system consists of a pair of testes, Next, vasa differentia. So a pair of testes, vasa differentia. Next, an ejaculatory duct. An ejaculatory duct, utricular gland, okay, utricular gland, phallic gland, utricular gland, phallic gland, and the what is called external ganglia and the external genitalia. What is called external genitalia. Next, a pair of three lobes. A pair of three lobes. Okay, a pair of three lobes. Next, testes. A pair of three lobed. What is called testes. A pair of three lobed testes. Come on. Most important what I am telling to you. One of the three-lobed testis. So a pair of three-lobed testis will be present. Okay, a pair of three-lobed testis also there. Okay, children, this is the very important. Okay, so what are the things? Vasa differentia testis, vasa differentia, ejaculatory duct, utricular gland, okay, pelvic gland, and the external genitalia. A pair of three-lobed testis lies on, okay, lies, very important, lies on okay, the lateral side, lateral side, lateral side, okay, of the fourth and sixth, fourth and sixth abdominal segments, fourth and sixth abdominal segments, fourth and sixth abdominal segments. This is the most important point. From each testis, from each testis, from each testis, okay, arises a thin, okay, from each testis arises a thin vas difference, vas difference, which opens into, which opens into very important, which opens into the ejaculatory duct, which opens into the ejaculatory duct, which opens into the ejaculatory duct. This is the very important, ejaculatory duct through the seminal vesicles, seminal vesicles. Okay, children. Next, the ejaculatory duct is, the ejaculatory duct, the ejaculatory duct is, okay, an elongated duct, an elongated duct which opens, elongated duct which opens, elongated duct which, okay, opens out by the, opens out by the, which opens out by the male, what do you call, male gonophore, male gonophore, okay, male gonophore lying, male gonophore lying, okay, ventral to the anus, ventral to the anus. A utricular, next, a utricular or mushroom shaped gland, mushroom shaped gland is a large, the large accessory is a large accessory reproductive gland, large accessory reproductive gland which opens into very important, the anterior, which opens into the anterior part, which opens into the anterior part of the anterior part of the ejaculatory duct, anterior part of the ejaculatory duct. Ejaculatory duct. This one is important. Anterior part of the ejaculatory duct. The seminal vesicles. Next. The seminal vesicles. The seminal vesicles. Very important. The seminal vesicles are present. The seminal vesicles are present on the. Okay. The seminal vesicles are present on the ventral surface. What is called? Ventral surface. Present on the ventral surface. Okay, the seminal vesicles are present on the ventral surface of the ejaculatory duct. Ejaculatory duct. Ejaculatory duct. The seminal vesicles. Okay, next. These sacs. Okay, what they will do? These sacs store the sperms. These sacs store the sperms. These sacs store the sperms. Okay, store the sperms in the form of bundles called what do you call bundles called spermatopores. What do you call spermatopores. The duct of Pullic gland. The duct of Pullic or what is another name? What do you call? Conglobate. The duct of Pullic gland or conglobate. Okay, gland also. Okay, open near the gonopore. Open near the which one? Gonopore. This is simple. Next, whose function is uncertain? Whose function is uncertain? Whose function is uncertain? Surrounding the male genital opening are few male genital opening. Surrounding the male genital opening are few chitinous asymmetrical structures called phallomers. Okay, or gonophyses, which helps in copulation. This is important. Okay, children, observe very carefully. Reproductive system of the cockroach. The cockroach is dioecious or unisexual. They have well developed reproductive organs. Dioecious means male is separate, female is separate. The male reproductive system consists of a pair of testes. First one is testis, vas differentia, an ejaculatory duct, an utricular gland, Pullic gland, and the external genitalia. Next, first one, a pair of three-lobed testes. So testes are there or not? A pair of three-lobed testes lies on the lateral side of the fourth and sixth abdominal segments. Lateral sides. From each testis arise a thin tube. What is the tube? Vas deferens, which opens into the ejaculatory duct through which one? seminal vesicles. Vas deferens opens into the ejaculatory duct through the seminal vesicles. Vas deferens which opens into the ejaculatory duct through the seminal vesicles. Next, the ejaculatory duct is an elongated duct which opens out by the male conifer lying ventral to the anus. Open it to the male conifer, nothing but anus. A utricular or mushroom-shaped gland is a large accessory reproductive gland which opens into the anterior part. There itself, an utricular, what is called? Mushroom-shaped gland is a large accessory reproductive gland which opens into the anterior part of the ejaculatory duct. The seminal vesicles present on the ventral surface of the ejaculatory duct, seminal vesicles. Okay, these seminal vesicles are the sacs stores the sperms in the form of bundle called spermatophores. The duct of Purley gland or conjugate gland also open near the gonophore. Conjugate gland function uncertain. The surrounding the male genital opening, phallomers are present. Phallomers, male genital opening, what will be there? Phallomers or gonophysis, which helps in the copulation. The surrounding the male genital opening, phallomers or gonophysis, which helps in the copulation. Okay, children. Thank you so much, children. So next class we will meet with female reproductive system.